How many times have you played at Furality?
Once.
Just the once.
Just the
once. But you are involved with Furality on a different level, not just as a DJ. Is that correct?
That's correct, yeah. I'm the photography team lead, and I've been in that position since just before Furality Luma Festival.
So what made you move from photography to music?
I've always had an interest with music. It was one of those things that just was another one of my passions. Photography being just one visual art and music being an audio art.
Did you apply for being a DJ for other years, or was this your first one? Tell me a little bit about that.
So I actually only started DJing after Furality Umbra. I started the end of June of 2024. So this was the only time I've applied. It's the only time I had something to apply with.
Oh, okay. So after Umbra and your submission to Furality, you played a lot more sets. So you're really in the DJ scene now. You've fallen into it.
Oh, absolutely. It's one of my favorite things to do. It's just such a fun, creative thing saying, oh, I'm going to be playing for this group, and what kind of music can I put to help make their time more fun?
So did you have any kind of knowledge beforehand? I mean, or did you just okay, I'm going to learn it, and I did it, and here we are?
So I've played instruments before. I have a limited traditional music education from when I was a young child, including some stuff in university, but mainly just picking it up as an actual hobby and passion after Furality Umbra. I hadn't really done anything with DJing before that.
How was going through this process for the Somna set? Because not only do you have to just create a good mix, but you have to deal with visuals and dancing and presenting yourself in a certain way. Tell me about that process for you.
Once I had been told what slot I was going to be playing, and I said, okay, I know what I have to do. And I started building the set from the end, actually. I knew what my last song was going to be before I knew anything else. So then I knew the last song, and then I figured out the first song, and everything kind of filled in through there. For the visuals part, I was fortunate that I've known Mika for quite a while, and I trusted her with basically whatever she wanted to do for my visuals. Gave a couple of restrictions, but just let her run with it. So it was really fun seeing what she came up with and what her thought process was for it too. The dancing part was interesting. It was really fun, actually. The not fun part was my tracking decided it wanted to go haywire that night, and the take that you see in the world was take 9.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Now, did you do it all in one take? 9 takes?
No, I didn't get all the way through. I'd get like 20 minutes in, and then my foot would be above my head.
But I mean, the visuals you had were really great. You know, very powerful, very well put together with the music. I know a couple of people have done something different, but what did you end up using to make your visuals?
So I didn't make any of the visuals, actually. The only thing I did for the visuals was I provided text to be displayed on the lyric screen.
So who helped you with all that?
Mika,
really?
Yeah. Mika did all of it. I gave a little bit of direction, and Mika just took that and ran with it and did an incredible job.
Oh, wow. Well, much props to them. That's incredible. Obviously, the whole set was pre-recorded, so that way, you know, things should go off smoothly. I assume you were on the dance floor with everybody else, watching yourself. How was that? Tell me about that.
It was surreal, honestly, because I've been going to Furality since Furality 2020. It was surreal to see myself up on that stage. I'd never thought that I would get up there. It just seeing everyone's reaction to the work that myself and Mika had done, and seeing how people enjoyed it and how it made them feel. That was really the best part, is seeing that I helped people have a really great time for an hour. And that's really all I can ask as a DJ.
We were kind of talking about this a little bit before, but one of my opinions, and of course this is my opinion, is that the music really holds a great deal of weight for the whole Furality experience. What do you feel the same?
I do. In general, feel that music adds a ton of weight to whatever it's a part of. It's it's not just a supplement, but often the emotional force behind something.
And I mean, the music for Somna, as it was,
Oh, yeah.
regardless of that, was just wonderful. I gotta be honest with you, it's been my favorite theme so far. I'm a sleepy little Gus.
It was a wonderful theme, and it really felt just so cohesive. It was really nice.
Like I've said, or we established earlier, you do work as the photography lead for Furality. Did you have to work through the weekend, even though you were on stage as well?
Oh, of course I did. I was overseeing my team, making sure that they were able to do everything they needed to do, and got to see it from two really different angles, and that was really cool.
What's something that you learned from doing both angles that you don't think a lot of people know about?
I don't think people realize exactly how much work goes into each one of those DJ sets, from the DJs to the club AV team and all of their staff making all of those visuals or helping with the visuals or giving guidance and making sure everything goes off without a hitch. The amount of work that they do is hard to see even from inside the team because, well, they're off doing their thing, their heads down. But seeing it from the side of a DJ now, it's like, wow, I knew it was a lot, but seeing it firsthand makes me appreciate it even more.
Because how many hours do you think just you put into the set?
Oh gosh, because the way I have to think about that is, when did I make my first attempt recording for it? And I would say it was probably close to 50 or 60 hours of total work.
And that's just on your part. We can't even begin to think about for all the people involved.
Exactly. And Mika didn't just do visuals; she did all the lighting too.
Oh, they did as well?
Yeah.
Wow.
And Value Factory did some of the visuals as well. That one moment in the middle of the set where it cuts to me singing to the camera, that was done by Value Factory. So between the two of them, it's just wow.
Just quickly, briefly, technically, what software and hardware did you use to create your set musically?
So for software, I used Tractor Pro 4. For the hardware, this is where things get a little weird. I use a Tractor X1 and a Tractor Z1.
Okay.
They are two portable controllers that are part of a modular setup that Native Instruments sells. And I sort of fell in love with them when a friend showed them to me a few months before I started doing all the stuff for Furality Somna. But it's just these really portable controllers that don't do a lot of extra stuff. It's okay, I have my cues, I have my faders, I have some FX controls. That's it. It doesn't have the jog wheels, the big platters that you see. Doesn't have any of that. And that surprises a lot of people, seeing something so small.
That's kind of what I was thinking. It's like, wow, okay. Limiting yourself. But I guess creativity can be really expanded upon due to limitations like that. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that sentiment. It's sometimes giving yourself a smaller problem space leads to much more interesting and creative solutions.
So as somebody who I guess is a young DJ, right? I guess so. What, you've been DJing for a year plus now, 2 at this point? What kind of advice can you give to someone who wants to start and go from a 0 to 100, kind of like what you did in such a short time?
Yeah, no. The first thing to do is get in some DJ software. Don't worry if you don't know what you're doing in it. Don't worry if you don't understand what everything does. Virtual DJ is free to just use on your computer. Go download that. Just start putting some songs you like in there, some stuff you might want to DJ, and just start trying to mix it. it's not going to sound great the first time, but that's okay. The best thing to do is to do it. And then there's so many wonderful organizations within VRChat that really help bring up newer talent and help people get the experience of playing in front of a crowd, because that's really the best part of it, is getting to help people have a good time. And don't be afraid to reach out and ask people like, hey, do you mind taking a listen to my set? Do you mind giving me some advice? You may not always get a yes, but at least you've put your name out there. And a lot of these same groups, things like Sunday Service Spinning Society and iWait, have communities that are very supportive and love helping new DJs get their feet under them.
Yeah, I really like the supportive community, specifically in the VR space, with all these DJs and how they all get together. I mean, it's surprisingly easy to get in contact with the right people.
Yes, and the thing is here is people want to share their knowledge. They want to show you, here's how you do this thing. And that's really cool, and I really love that.
Rare opportunities in this world, and I'm glad it's all kind of centrally located right here for us. Well, before I let you go today, could you remind me of your socials online so I can find your music and listen to you more often?
You can find everything that I do by going to cynra.gay.
Cynra.gay. Okay, wonderful. Easy to remember.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you so much for sitting here at my little coffee shop and talking to me. I very much appreciate it.
Been a good time. Thank you so much for having me.
And we'll see you later, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Goodbye, wherever my cameras may be.